Today is Tuesday, April the 24th, 2018. It's almost exactly 8 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am standing outside of my storage room. If any of you have watched my vlogs as far back as when I used to have the intro, you'll know that I used to be a welder slash pipe fitter, construction worker, living in a nice big apartment out here in Kennesaw, Georgia. That was before I got rid of it all, moved into the camper, and became a full-time traveling caricaturist. And with that came the sacrifice of taking everything that was in that nice big apartment and putting it into this storage room. And I am a retro video game collector, and that did not change when I became a full-time artist and I scaled everything down. So I have packed out this storage room. Is all this stuff that you see out here in the hallway, I have to drag that stuff out just to be able to get through the door. And that's because in the over a year that I have been out of my apartment, I have continued to collect. Because that's what I do for fun. That is my hobby, and I was not able to stop doing it. And so I'm going to let you guys see into my storage building, my ongoing collection, and just keep in mind that I do have plans. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to get a piece of land somewhere in Tennessee, put a cabin on it. I'm going to take everything out of the storage room and make a nice big man cave for it all, get it all nice and organized and shelved up and pretty. But right now, it's all just mashed into this storage room. I'm going to let you guys take a look at it. All right, here's the first side coming into the door. Over here you can see, starting up here, is my original Xbox collection. That goes to about right there. And then there's the Sega Genesis collection. And then the N64. Below that is Nintendo. And then Dreamcast down here. Now, if you could see it, there we go. In there you can kind of see it. That's my PlayStation 3 collection. Then the PSP. And then 7800 and 2600 below that. And all this is Wii games right here. Up against the side here, we've got tons of controllers, consoles. That includes a working original 360. And it just got to the point where everything just kind of started getting stacked on the ground. So my Wii collection is overflowed here. This right here, I've been keeping, a friend had me store this in my apartment, and then when I moved out, I just kind of put it here, and he's never asked for it back. But he is welcome to come get it if he ever really wants to. But I kind of hope he doesn't, because this is a nice Super Famicom collection right here. And it even says Super Famicom at the bottom in this specially made shelf. So I kind of hope he never asks for it back, because that's a nice thing to have. Lots of, this is just one of them, but I've got lots of boxed race wheels stuck back in here. You can see kind of back there, you can kind of see a little bit, but I've got a whole plug-and-play collection back here. Back there is all my comics, tons of merchandise back here, plushies, other little consoles, things like that. That's just one side. I'm going to move to the other side, you guys can see that too. Had to dig these out in order to be able to get in. This is a whole bin of working controllers. So on this side, here's my mattress, so I can't really get in there. But PlayStation 2 starts way up there, goes all the way down, all the way, and across to this side. And here's my GameCube collection on this side here. And then there's more PS2 over there. PS2 is probably the biggest collection I have because it's just so numerous and so cheap. Below that is the Super Nintendo collection. This row, this row, this row, and even though you can't see it, all the way to the back of the shelf on that bottom row as well. And then over here, that is my PlayStation 1 collection right there. And I wanted you guys to see this, because this was the very best. Oh, that almost fell. This was the very best flea market score that I ever got in my life inside of this binder. So I'm going to put this down. I'll let you guys take a look through it. Now keep in mind, I paid $20 for this entire binder and everything in it. I got this at a flea market over by Ruby Falls in Georgia. First thing you see, the Lunar. Well over $20 just on the first page. Colony Wars, Final Fantasy 5 and 6, Grandia, Suikoden, Suikoden 2, one of the most sought after RPGs on the original PlayStation. But it was just right there in the bundle. Crusaders, Vandal Hearts, and Vandal Hearts 2. Man, these games are so hard to find now. I am so lucky I was able to get this binder full of these things. Parasite Eve, which is actually, that's the second copy of that. I've already got that. Vanguard Bandits, I actually don't know much about that. The Legend of Dragoon, though, is a very expensive game. This is some imports. These probably won't even play on my PlayStation, though, honestly. We got the original Wild Arms. And Mech Warriors. This one's pretty common, actually. Some of these are pretty common. Resident Evil 2. Ghost in the Shell. Now, this one is worth a lot. This one is very uncommon. But I've got the manual and the game. I don't have the case. I don't have the case to any of these. Still very lucky to get them. The original GTA. And then we're going to finish it off with Soul Blade and Bushido Blade. Bushido Blade is a very common game, but a very underrated game at that. So I got this entire binder and everything you just saw for $20. That was the best score that I ever got at a flea market. And as you can see, I was able to find that Wii U tablet that I bought from the yard sale in Indiana last year. And I was so proud of the deal I got on it that I left the sticker in place. So you can see it right there. I got this for $4. It normally goes for like $125. So with that and the motion capture sensor bar for the Wii, that completes it. That is everything that I'm going to need to play the Wii U. So I'm going to take that to my camper and I'm going to be playing that tonight. That brings us to why I came out here today. I've got more stuff. While I've got you here, though, I might as well go ahead and go over the new additions to the collection. Now, all of these came from the last few months while I was indeed vlogging. I go to a lot of flea markets, thrift stores, yard sales, and do not turn the camera on because, well, it seems like it would be boring if I did that. So, here are the things that I have found that you guys have not seen, for the most part. Starting right here with the Radio Shack TRS-80 Color Computer 2. With its slot right here, it actually takes cartridge games, and it is 8-bit. It is a contemporary with the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not nearly as well known, and I have no idea whether or not it even works. But according to a lot of the videos about it, it's a pretty reliable little system. It's nice that the power supply is hardwired in, and I look forward to exploring what I'm able to do with it. And then, if any of you have ever played the Time Crisis games in the arcades, you know that when you duck behind cover, you hit a pedal. And for a long time, I thought that option was not available at all for the home console. Thought that you always have to hit the button on the side of the gun con, and that was really the only way to duck behind cover. But it turns out that for a entirely arcade experience, you can indeed get this. The Super Jolt gun that comes with a pedal for ducking behind cover and reloading. And so, when I got this, though, it actually came with an extra gun con and one of these, which I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I did get the pedal here and instruction manuals. All that together, I think he sold it to me for like $15. Got that at a yard sale in Florida, and I was really happy to find that. And then I've got a couple of Furbies This one is kind of a newer one. I think this one was made in the early 2000s, but I did find one that was made in the 90s, complete with the box, so I was happy to find that. This is the one. It's got the mechanical eyes and everything. So actually, I think this is the one that goes in here. I think this is the 90s. Yeah, that's right. This is the 90s one here, and this is the one that was made in the early 2000s. How those mixed up. And then I got an extra PlayStation 2 Slim. I don't care for this model because they are known for overheating and causing laser rings, but I was able to bundle it in with these controllers and this little, what is this called, arcade stick. And all of this together came for a really nice price. So I got all that. I got another DJ Hero. If you guys remember when I found all those audiobooks in the dumpster, I actually found this. This was free. And the plug-and-play Guitar Hero game. So that was actually free, so nothing on that. This is the Pickle Rick that was given to me by a fan. And then I've got a Pac-Man drinking glass that I strapped in right above it to take advantage of the nice packaging that came with the Pickle Rick. So that is really nice. I'm going to be able to tuck that in there and be able to put it up on the shelf once the cabin is done. And then there's a bunch of old Windows 95 type computer games, and then some Dreamcast games. Also, I got a bunch of 2600 games, like all piled in together for real cheap. A few 7800s that I didn't already have, including the Super Mario Brothers. I think I might already have this one, but it was like for $1, so why not, right? And then some 2600 manuals, and a couple of big box PC games complete. This one right here. I played this one a lot when I was a kid. It's actually pretty good. Full motion video PC game. Big box. Nice. Cybergirl Pinball. And then a few NES games right there. And that's pretty much it. I've somehow got to find a way to fit all of this into the storage room. Here's one that not a lot of people will collect for, the Leapster V-Flash. I got these three from a thrift store in Florida, and I was just going by instinct on whether or not I already had them. So I'm going to find out right now. Do I already have them? Here's all the ones I already have. Alright. Any repeats? Any repeats? SpongeBob. No repeats. Bratz. No repeats. Oh! I did it! I did it right! I bought 3 more that I did not already have. Hey, yay, go me. Did that without even inventory in them. Well, I did it. Somehow managed to Tetris it all back in there. There's that side. Well, goodbye to the storage room. For the next few months, at least. Well, guys, I'm back in the camper now. I've got the tablet, the sensor bar, the HDMI cable. I've even got a copy of Wii U Mario Kart 8. I have the power supply and the console. The only thing I am missing is the cradle that this tablet sits in order to charge it. And I know I have that back in Tennessee. I was hoping maybe I could find something in here that would fit into the AC adapter and give this thing a charge, but it looks like this port is proprietary. Thank you, Nintendo. And I am not spending money on a charger when I know that I have one in Tennessee. So it looks like we're not going to be able to play any of this for at least a few more weeks until I get up to Tennessee, get the charger, and fire it all up. So I'm sorry, guys. That's just how this vlog is going to have to end. Please hit that like button, leave comments, questions, suggestions, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Share this vlog with your friends. I love you guys, and I will see you again on the next one.